Hillary Clinton is featured in a current release by Hulu. I recommend it. It's very good. It really goes over her life development, what she believes, and presents quite an interesting historical profile of the 2016 election. There has been a lot of confusion in regard to her chart because of her birth time, and there are multiple times cited at AstroDataBank, and the final analysis or the final conclusion is that it's not a verified time. This one shows an 8 p.m. time. I've seen suggestions of 8:02 p.m., which would make it Cancer rising instead. And this chart seems plausible when you consider some of the things that have happened to her. The problem is that around her loss in 2016, it really doesn't fit very well. The transits, to my mind, do not show the kind of catastrophe that would have been for her. And then there is this other chart that has been proposed as well, which is the complete opposite because it's at 8 a.m. instead. And this is a chart that some astrologers favor because they think that the cardinal positioning of the Scorpio planets and the elevation of the Leo planets reflect her considerably strong status as a public figure. But this is another chart that I find doesn't reflect the 2016 situation either. Turns out on the site there is a third chart mentioned, which is also fairly controversial because it was acquired through someone calling the records department in Chicago and then retracting the time they had said they had found and so on. But from my point of view, I find this chart to be the most credible when it comes to assessing not only what was happening to her in 2016 and the final result, but also looking back at her life, for example, shortly after the 1992 win by her husband and what followed afterwards, the scandal that her husband became embroiled in around Monica Lewinsky, the subsequent run for the Senate, the 2008 defeat to Obama and the years that followed, and finally 2016. This to me, it may be the correct chart. There is no birth certificate or some kind of direct confirmation, but I intend to study this chart a little more and soon present a video with the astrological correlations to make a case for why this might be the correct time of birth for Hillary Clinton.